we don't need flexibility because everybody's pretty much agreed to it, but there'll always be some changes. But the Hamas plan, I tell you, it's amazing. You're going to have peace, if you think about it, peace in the Middle East for the first time in, they say, really 3,000 years. So I'm very honored to be a big part of that.
President Trump speaking moments ago about a possible ceasefire. For more on this, let's bring in Kiron Skinner, Toby Chair Professor and Director for the Institute for Diplomacy, Security, and Innovation at Pepperdine University. She's also a Fox News contributor. Welcome.
Good to be with you.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio talking about the Middle East. Let's play him, and I'll get you to react to him.
I think ultimately everyone has agreed, including Israel, that eventually at some point here, as this process plays out, Gaza will be governed by a Palestinian technocratic group that's not Hamas, that are not terrorists, with the help and the assistance and the guidance of an international consortium like the Board of Peace. You have to have somebody to turn it over to. So, I mean, let's be realistic here. You can't just set up a sort of new governance structure inside of Gaza in 72 hours. It's going to take some time to do it.
What is your sense at this critical stage?
The Secretary has it quite right. That's one of the big end goals here, to have a self-governing Gaza Strip. But there are many, many steps along the way. I like the clip you played with President Trump when he said 3,000 years, this is the first big peace deal, but he was saying something really fundamental. Almost the entire globe is on the side of this 20-point plan. It's a big framework. There are parts of it that many disagree with. But just this past month, European nations were lining up to recognize a Palestinian state against Israel and against the U.S., speaking at the UN. There were Arab and Muslim countries that were against Israel and its role in the war. All over the globe, nations have come together, and leaders in particular, to endorse this plan. They've had enough. And even some of the Islamists are supporting it as well. We have, instead of Israel being isolated, which it almost always is, in the UN and around the world, we have Hamas that's been isolated by this agreement.
Interesting.
So it has to make concessions because it has no choice. It's a very flipping of the script that's been done pretty quickly by Donald Trump. I think he has, among other things, ridden himself into history with this agreement.
I want to play for you a clip from the Israeli government, and I'll get you to analyze that.
While certain bombings have actually stopped inside of the Gaza Strip, there's no ceasefire in place at this point in time, although there has been this temporary halt in certain bombings. The Prime Minister has given orders actually for defense to fire back for defensive purposes, of course, if there is a threat.
So no ceasefire until there's a deal, right?
No ceasefire until there's a ceasefire. And Donald Trump also, President Trump, has done something that I find fascinating. He's putting everybody on notice, but then he's trying to bring them together at the same time. He has said in recent days to Israel, I don't like what you're doing, you need to stop. He has said to Hamas, all hell will break loose if you don't accept this agreement. And then you move over to the Persian Gulf, and he signed an executive order protecting Qatar, which is mind-blowing for many of us, that would be done. Of course, during the Biden administration, Qatar was joined the non-NATO partners. But this is a whole different level, pushing it toward a kind of NATO Article 5 mutual defense status. So that was done in part to send a signal to Israel, which has attacked Qatar, to send a signal to Iran, which has attacked Qatar. Trump's moving all over the globe, all over the region, telling all of the partners, behave.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.